Hey, welcome to the second part of Lesson 8. Since a man's mission is so important, our next exercise will focus on that. David in his Become Mr. Right program goes deep to help you find out your mission and many other things. In your future, I recommend you get it and work through it. That program is the sequel to Man Transformation Program. Ideally, you would want to work through both of these, but if you can't, choose the Become Mr. Right program. It's one of my top 4 nonetheless. Okay, let's get to this lesson's exercise. Get your pen and journal ready. Now, think about how the world could be a better place in a way that is meaningful for you. It has to be meaningful to you. For example, the world would be a better place if the critically endangered species of Bornean orangutan could be preserved. There are countless benefits that could arise from studying them in their natural habitat, repopulating them for biological diversity, possible medical applications, and so on. But if you don't really care about it, then don't pick it. Maybe you care about your national football team that has never won the World Cup, and you would like to help your country make it during your lifetime. How can you make that happen? You might want to become a coach, or maybe you want to create a cartoon in your country to inspire the next generations to become future World Cup winners. Or maybe you want to use arising technologies in a way that bridges the training gap between more successful countries and your country. How would the world be a better place if your country won the World Cup? Well, joy, of course. If your country produces world-class talent that people love to watch, isn't that worth it? Also, if your country becomes a World Cup winning team, don't you think that the next generations have much more of a motivation to start training and steer away from passive activities, making your whole country a little bit more active and fit as a result? Or maybe you are really into preserving our nature, and you can see how the world would be a better place if your hometown became around 90% reliant on renewable energy, giving inspiration for the entire world to speed up on the transition to becoming mostly consumers of renewable energy. For that to become a reality, you might want to go and work in a company that has that drive in them. Maybe you want to think of a new marketing strategy for that. Another thing you might want to do is to be the guy who invents the most used solar panels. There are many ways to help that dream become a reality. These, of course, are just some examples to give you an idea. Now open your journal and write down how the world could be a better place in a way that is meaningful to you. Once you have done that, write down how you are going to participate in making that happen. If you have doubts about yourself, cast them aside for a moment. Remember, you can always become better, and you can always find allies who have the same vision but different skill set. Pause the video right now and return when you have completed this. Sadly, I cannot see what you have written, therefore I cannot give you pointers, but that's not really important. Your mission can change and transform. Right now, we just want to start expanding your mind to make you think more broadly, more proactively, more boldly. Whatever you have written down, let it be as it is. If it must, it will change naturally throughout your life. And if you ever get the Become Mr. Right program, you will have a framework to compare your progress to. Just remember, a man who is on his mission will be unimaginably more attractive than a man who is not. Now let's get to the second exercise that is also the second part of an exercise you did a couple of lessons ago. Remember how you listed the qualities you want and absolutely do not want in a woman? Well, without looking at the old list, make a new one right now. On one page write what I want in a woman, and on the next page write what I absolutely do not want in a woman. Then write 10 things for both categories. And when you write, come from a place of looking for a woman who will support you in your mission. She doesn't necessarily have to directly help you reforest the Amazon rainforest, but maybe you want your woman to be able to push you when she sees that you are not on your mission. Maybe her quality in assisting you is building a safe and loving home environment for you to return to for recharging. Maybe you want her to have an ability to help you see positive and reassuring features about yourself when you're feeling down. Maybe you want a woman who won't settle for second-class behavior from you. Also, apply the same logic to the things you don't want in a woman. Do you want a woman who doesn't take good care of herself, or who is not ambitious, or who is lazy, or who has a victim mentality? I certainly don't. Okay, now write 10 things you want in a woman and 10 things you don't. This shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes for each page. Once you have done it, return to this video. Until then, pause it. Okay, you are back. Look at the list you have created. Now pick 2 from both categories that are the most important and return when you have done so. Alright, that was the exercise. You got some insight, didn't you? If you want to see how your standards have shifted, then now is the time to look back at your old list. I think it's quite an enlightening experience to see the shift. For the last exercise, I have a video for you from the Fearless Man YouTube channel. In this video, Brian interviews one of his students. What's interesting here is that his student also has a mission to his life. He is going after what he wants for himself. As always, take notes to integrate the wisdom deeply. Other than that, remember, you will want to revisit this idea of your mission in life and what women you want in your life. This was just a taste of what's to come during the rest of your life. Okay, go watch the interview and I will see you in the next session.